Hi guys, this is Vanessa. I'm going to try to make it fast because I'm actually standing in the entryway of a Vietnamese restaurant. I took some time this Saturday morning to just care for myself, some personal care, and I love Vietnamese, I love Thai, I love spicy foods, and so I was in Greensboro in town for an appointment, another pampering appointment, and I said I'm going to stop in and I'm going to pick up some of my favorite Vietnamese soup that I love, especially on this day. It's starting to rain out or snow outside. But I want to talk to you because it's only been a couple days since Valentine's, and there's all this, focus on love and our loved one. And I'll tell you, my husband and I have been at odds, and the reason is because the last 2 weekends I prioritized trying to get some work done on my book, and as a result I didn't have that balance that I needed, and my husband was suffering, my children were suffering, and I was suffering. There were some telltale signs that to me are like, heads up Vanessa, it's time to slow down a bit. And those were starting to see clutter to accumulate on my office desk and on the counter in the kitchen, starting to notice being a little bit short with my husband or with my kids, starting to notice that I was skipping taking my supplements. It's part of my routine of self-care. Starting to notice that I was eating chocolate for breakfast. You might have seen that on my Valentine's post, eating chocolate for breakfast. And then it was like, well, it didn't just stop at breakfast. It kept going. And so my eating regimen that is just part of what helps me just to stay balanced. It's actually a balance of carbs and proteins and vegetables. And so all those things were signs to me of, heads up Vanessa, it's time to slow down. You're doing too much. And so this Saturday morning I took some time to do that, and I'll tell you what prompted it. My husband, he and I were experiencing some stress between us, and he said, well, I guess I'm just not being that clear about communicating what I need. And inside of me I noticed this feeling like, wait a minute, are you freaking kidding me? I don't even have it to give. Even if you could articulate it, I don't even have it to give. And I noticed this thought that was saying, what about me? What would feel really loving is if you said, hey Vanessa, I can tell that you're stressed, you're doing too much, take some time to pamper yourself. I've scheduled a massage appointment to you. That would have felt so good. But you know what? Sometimes those things that we notice and we are wanting somebody else to do for us are clear, they're for us. It's not for them. It's not for somebody else to be managing our happiness or to be the source of our happiness. But in those moments when we make a judgment against somebody else or make a demand for somebody else, it's a moment to pause and say, you know what, how can I give this to myself? So today I'm taking some time to pamper. And yes, it's on a Saturday morning. I want to be with my kids, but I've just taken a couple hours and I took a shower, took care of my hair, took care of that nasty toenail polish that needed to be taken care of, came and had a pampering appointment in Greensboro, and now I'm going to go back, especially after I get this soup here at this Vietnamese restaurant. And I am more grounded now. I've taken some time for myself. I've taken some time spiritually just to ground myself, to go back, to be fully present for my kids, to be at their basketball game, but to be with them when I'm with them. And so I just encourage you, are there telltale signs in your life that are saying, hey, wait, slow down? It's time for you to take some time to self-care, because if you're taking care of yourself, you'll have it to give to others. So I encourage you, it's not a selfish act, it's actually a very loving act, because if you'll find, like I did, you're making the demand of your spouse or you're making the demand of your children to understand why you're in the state that you're in, when you could very easily give yourself the gift of just taking some time to care for yourself and to just turn it all off. And you'll have even more to give to the things that are demanding of you or those things that you choose to do. Loving you. Have a wonderful Saturday.